7442 Capps. This little pocket has a lot of sections of streets that drop to one lane like that, where for whatever reason the property didn't get taken by the city, and so it drops to one lane. So there's one spot there where that happened, and then there's another one on Cohasset around the corner right there. There are chickens in the area, or roosters, if you can hear them there. Looks like it might be this house that has them. This is a fig tree. Looks like it's right on the property line. I don't know if it belongs to which house. Looks like it's on your side. So that's a fig. Roof is an older style roof. AC is older. Assuming it works, don't know. Not on at the moment, but it's definitely older. Let's go in. Looking out the front door. This is what you walk into. AC is not on, so I don't know if that means it doesn't work or because they're at work all day they turn it off. So again, this is our front door. Got a window, big window facing the street. That's a mirror. So this is a solid wall with the fireplace on the other side, so that's just a mirror. Closet. Pocket doors here and here. So there are doors there. It is a huge kitchen. That is presumably the door to the garage, which I don't have a key for. The doorway on that is a little low. So that's a more normal height doorway. And you can see that's a little low. Slider to the side. Looks like that must have had wallpaper on it, so no big deal to paint that. Some cabinets and stuff here, which you could leave or take out. It is a huge kitchen. Old style fluorescent lighting. Not too difficult to make go away. Everything here is old. This is above tile sink with grout that should be cleaned out. All of this grout is actually pretty dirty, and a lot of it's missing. So like there's grout missing and all of that. So this is a house that you'd have to make a decision whether or not you're going to re-grout this and keep this, or instead of doing that, are you just going to replace counters at that time? Oh, built-in wall toaster. I don't think they make those anymore. Not amazing cabinetry. Sometimes in older houses like this you do get fantastic cabinetry. This is not amazing. Old hood. Let's see. Does not look like that circulates to the outside, so that just recirculates in. So that's a newer than the rest of the oven stovetop, still not new. I mean, the kitchen is huge and it is great. Oh, and then there's a pantry here as well, which is huge. I mean, this is walk all the way in. And there's like a file cabinet here and everything. So lots of room here. Insulation, so a little funky in that there's not really that's, I don't know, not a big deal, and that's a huge pantry, so that is nice. So lots of opportunity here for sure. So we're doing a big circle. There I am. Hi everybody. So we're circling back around, and then there's the front door. So this room has two big sliders. This is another one of those covered porches, sort of a thing that has become boxed in and part of the house. So we'll come back to that in a minute. The ceiling height is different here, in case we missed that. So what they've done, that's just a false ceiling. You can see above it. That's a false ceiling, so it does have some ducting in it, so, you know, a little bit extra. It's not going to just rip right out, but so that could be taken out. It is kind of a cool design cue, giving separation to the entrance area. It is purely decorative, other than the fact that it has some lights in it and it has that duct in it. So you could keep that same roof line throughout if you wanted, or keep this kind of a cool design cue. Kind of cool. All right, so now we're going to continue on down here. We have a 3/4 bath. This has been redone more recently. Obviously there was not, or not obviously, I would guess that there was not originally a shower in here, because you can see this step. So yes, this bathroom has been redone more recently. However, here is a normal doorway, hallway width, and it does get narrow through here as you walk in. And it feels narrow as you walk in. And then once you get into the bathroom, you can see that there's the shower there, and that's obviously why they did that. Storage. Someone must have needed grab rails. I've seen a few of these. This is likely the furnace. Nope, water heater. Newer. More storage. Another bathroom, this one without, also just with a shower. No curtain or doors on that, so that's obviously been redone and not ever really used. This will be the first bedroom we've come in. This is small. I mean, this is, you might put a double bed in here or use it as an office, but this room is definitely smaller. Still kind of raised, kind of cool raised ceilings. This one's got some texture on it. This will be our furnace. Looks like parts of it have been redone more recently. This looks fairly original-ish. Bedroom, I would call this an average size bedroom. And bedroom, another average size bedroom. Does not appear to have anything that I would call a primary suite. You have one small bedroom, one average size bedroom, another average size bedroom, a remodeled bathroom, another remodeled bathroom, a little bit more awkward, but another remodeled bathroom. Also could be, this was probably originally more of a powder room for the living area. And then you have okay sized living area. And then you have a really big kitchen, which also dumps into another eating area. So prioritized a little bit the eating area over living area, or the kitchen area over eating area. Okay, so this is that outdoor sunroom area. I'll have to take a look on the outside. So we've got stucco here because that was at one point the outside of the house. And then they built this room. Little storage closet of some sort. And then let's see if we can get outside. Another fig tree with lots of very ripe figs, but lots of them. So if you like figs, this is a huge fig tree. Lots of storage sheds and stuff. Lemons, like a Meyer lemon. So the fig tree looks in good shape. The lemon tree looks a little rough. The rest of this is very rough. Oranges, more storage sheds. So it's actually a decent sized backyard. It just has tons of storage sheds in it. Block wall. The lot behind you is huge. I don't know what they do, but he has a big outside workout room and some mannequins to punch, and then all sorts of stuff back here. So don't know what they do back there, but looks like they spend some time in the yard. Got some cool pieces to it, this house. I don't know about this whole add-on piece here with this sunroom. I can't see the top of it enough to kind of know what's going on. I mean, the cool thing is it's not just a flat roof that they have on there. It is gabled, so that makes it a little nicer, but you can also see that's probably just loose stucco. They're definitely getting ready to pack. Move. They were doing a lot of packing. From what I can tell, it looks like the roof is consistent here. So this is, I don't usually really do roofs like this anymore. So basically that's a tar paper roof. So it's like a flat roof. Oh, let's look at our neighbors over on this side. Another big yard. Outdoor area. Lots of citrus. They have grapefruits. And again, the AC's not on. I don't know if that's because it doesn't work or just because they're not home and they turn it off when they leave. And I mean, there's just a bunch of older stuff like this. necessarily a deal breaker. Just again, this is a house that has potential. You're probably gonna want to spend a little bit of money. Could you move in? In theory, looking at this, you'd have, I can't get into the garage. You'd have a decision to make on the counters in here. Are you going to replace the counters? And you could open this up. You could leave these little office desk and this extra space here. It sort of depends what you're doing. That would also super quickly and easily disappear if you wanted to open this up some more. I'd probably get rid of this on the top and this and just have that in that island. You'd have decisions to make. Do you just regrout this in the short run, or do you just rip it up and just put new counters in? And then, of course, if you're doing new counters, are you going to do a new sink? Well, once you're doing that, are you going to do a new, stovetop? Doesn't necessarily mean you have to do a complete kitchen remodel. You could just do those things and then the lights. But you'd probably, before you move in, want to do some of that. And you do have popcorn ceiling in here. In front of 7442 Capps. Go around the block this way first. Definitely nothing wrong with this neighborhood. It is, though, a neighborhood where you have more sort of junky houses. In general, they're decent houses. In general, they're reasonably well taken care of. But there are a higher percentage of those slightly more suspect type houses here. Definitely not the same caliber of neighborhood as the Farallon house. And there's our house on the left. This is a big house behind this fence on our left. There's a few spots where they do this, and I don't understand. I don't know the why behind why, where. Why that road goes to one lane, because the city didn't get the whole piece of property or whatever. Don't know how that worked. So we're heading west. This is Valero. That dead ends up there at the wash. Out where we just were. So turning left on Running Mead, excuse me, will also dead end. So we just turned, last time around we turned right there in Cohasset. This doesn't go through, this just loops around. So definitely, as I come through here, in general, houses are a little less maintained. Absolutely 100% driving through this neighborhood or the neighborhood around Farallon, you can tell that this is a less desirable or a less, lower level community. Like a lot of communities in the valley, there are still plenty of nice houses, and there are plenty of, this house here is a little suspect in front of us. But there are some well-kept houses here that are updated and well-maintained and look amazing. In general, houses here are a little bit smaller. Here's another spot where the road ends up turning into a single lane. Now we're back on Capp's. So where the road turns to a single lane up there. That's where our house is. So that's the immediate neighborhood. Now we'll do a quick loop around to our left for the other side. So when we do that, you'll immediately see the school on our right. We're heading east. This is Amigo, heading north. Definitely some more, less well-kept houses through here. This is Saticoy, which is a fairly major east-west street in the valley, and then once you get here, there's some higher density right in front of us that you can see. Higher density is fancy realtor talk for condos and townhouses or apartments. So any of the houses that are right here on Saticoy are going to be in general considered less desirable because this is a busy street. So seeing these houses not be amazing houses is a whatever. That's pretty common on the major streets. Heading south. We're back into our neighborhood. So I would describe this in comparison to the neighborhood around the Farallon house. There's nothing really wrong with it. Definitely not the same level. If you are buying either of these two houses with the plan, either short-term or long-term, of putting kind of money into them, not just remodel, not just update, but we're really going to dump some money into it for whatever reason, I'd feel more comfortable with that, with the house on Farallon. I think you'd end up with better return. But neighborhoods like this, they do turn around, and they can turn around fairly quickly. And with property values doing what they're doing here in the valley, this could be one of those neighborhoods that's just ripe for a turnaround.